Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in the lab. In the book, what I do for you. I'm about to wrap up the first parable self lesson about karma. So there's one more lesson about karma, and then we can move on. Hope you understand it. Let's rock. Right, this is 25 rules live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. And I ask the question: do you know you? Whoever I'm through, because that's what I do. You. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken you. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. I'm wrapping up Maya's counterpart, her sister, Karma, aka Miss Connect. All right, but let's talk about the law, right, thinkers? Let's talk about karma is not a blessing, and vice versa. What you mean? When you master, first of all, mastering karma is just the first parable. You got a few more to go, but this just a start. Understanding, reaping what you sow is the way of life. You can't get around it. That's right. Let me wrap it up with this concept. So the law of karma says what? It says that every cause there will be an effect. In the addition, the cause and the effect will be what? Equally intense. So it's an equal and opposite effect. If it's bad when you do it, it's going to be bad when you get it back. It's just as bad. If it's good when you do it, you'll be blessed. So you can't get the two confused. Well, it's common. No, no. If you get, that's not good. God don't knock. Kicking the door, waving the full, and y'all behind. Oh Lord, don't shoot me no more. Nah, that's a biggie phrase. All right, here we go. But the point is, you're gonna get back what you put out. That's God's law, not man. So also the effect will be what will be the cause transformed. Meaning the action that you did in first, what was your intent? What was your agenda? If it was to get pleasures, money, monetary things. Okay, you're gonna get that. But now the effect gonna come back and hit. You're gonna take the hit. Okay, get the concept. Hope you understand it. I'm gonna hopefully you understand. You do this, you'll get that. That's God's law. Ain't nothing to do with me. The problem arises for most people what? Because the majority of us people, we do not truly properly have insight into this law and understanding. You say karma. I know karma is. Okay, we quick to say we know when we really don't. So I don't get caught up in that. But if you know karma, then you won't be doing things you're doing. Because if you did, you know that you can't get away with that. That's why. That's why I wear the eye. Okay, that's karma. Always watching. And this problem, most people what do not even believe what that they are the only person responsible. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. The problem arises because most majority of people do not have the proper insight, understand of the law of karma. Okay, yeah. But most people don't even believe what that they are the only person responsible for their situation that befall them in life. Well, man, I got bad luck. Man, somebody put a spell on me. Man, what the hell? All that ignorant ass concept instead of take responsibility for yourself. You put it everywhere except take responsibility, and then what? Make the change. See, when you plant the blame, you mean you ain't gonna change. If you find excuses for doing bad things, you're not going to change. Simple as that. Moving on. That's the fact. And you blame everything in life, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, oh my luck is good. No, if it's good because you did something to make it good. It goes the other way too. Why do we see everything one way? God, that's what I show you. You got to see it both ways. But watch this. However, they are usually what? You're more willing to take credit for the good stuff. Yeah, I read, yeah, and you should. But why don't you feel the same way about the bad? If you don't do the bad, you ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to stand up for the bad. Why? I ain't doing that. I'm always gonna stand up for good. That's what I do. So I'm with you on that. I understand. And guess what? I get blessed for doing that. I know that. So I'm not beat for who's doing what. No, I could care less. But you always take credit for the good, and for the good things, what that happens to them. And then the bad things is always somebody else. It's always something else. Okay, it's always something else. Watch this. This problem is now compounded. How? Because often the cause and the effect that the cause and effect do not look identical, and they do not occur right after another. So you can do a bad act here, a bad act there, a bad act there, and none of them come back to you next week. You done forgot about the act, the boomerang. I call those down under people the boomerang, the weapon. If it don't get what it get, it's gonna come back. You get a chance to do it again. Thor's hammer, telepathy, bring it to you. Those are powers that we have within us that we don't even exhibit. You think it's mystical, magical, that nuts? No, that's real power. Okay, moving on. That's the concept. Let's get this concept of karma. All right, that's cause and effect. All right. So now they compound the problem because often the cause don't look identical that occur at the right time, certain point. For example, if you plant a seed of sweet fruit, watch this, i.e., a date, you will reap what? Sweet fruits, dates. If you plant a date seed, you're not going to get grapes and apples. So understand that everything has memory and consciousness, okay? However, if you were to plant a seed of sour fruit, like a lime, but you know that's what it's going to it's going to give you a lime. It's going to give you oranges. It's going to give you bitter fruit. Okay, so you will reap only what? Sour fruit. See, you put in what you get out, and understanding that. So that's what you do it for. If you know doing wrong, I knew what I was doing going to end me two places: prison or cemetery. I rolled the dice. I took my chances. Simple as that. That's in life. That's what it's about. And at that time, that was my logic, that was my dumb rationale. But yeah, now, man, I'm so past that ignorant mentality. And I want to help others get past it, not to go through what I had to go through to get past it. So help you along to avoid that. So the pitfalls in life that we call pitfalls. If you listen to your guidance and ask for help, you can avoid the pitfalls. You ain't got to fall into yourself and get the experience. Oh, I know now. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you about that one. Moving on. Life experience is the best teacher, but some life lessons you might not want to experience to learn. That's the part about learning from other people's mistakes. Okay, but now this reaping is what carried on into future lifetimes. That's what they don't understand. However, neither the seed nor the date look actually fruit when you brought forth. When you put it in the ground, it was a seed. Put up, you got dates. You got it changes like a caterpillar. Perfect example. When they make the change, they go into their own thing. And now I know when he said you get sanctified, when Lord separates you from everybody, oh, he do that for a reason. I'm understanding that too. Actual experience. Why? You got no friends. When you're dealing with God, God don't want a whole bunch of friends around you. I don't know what that's about. But watch this. And it also, watch this where we at. So they are currently, watch this. The plant didn't look the same it looked there. But watch this. What causes the plant to look? Likewise, most people, here we go, no insight into the cause of the negative effect that they are currently experiencing. Not realizing you caused this on yourself. That's what the concept is. And watch this. And sometimes, let's get in their lives. So therefore, the tendency in modern society is the big thing. What is to blame someone or something outside of yourself? Right there. Give excuse, blame it on something else. For any adversities which befalls you. whenever something go wrong, well, it must be something I did in the past. Why? Because I ain't doing nothing bad now, so it can't be now. It's got to be something catching up with me. I take it a grain of salt and just keep it moving. Okay, I'm paid that debt. Okay, scratch it off the list and keep on moving. All right. So watch this. Now you got the purpose of having insight into this law. Okay, yeah. Have insight to this law is what? Not to blame yourself for your current adverse situations and wallow in self pity. But to realize, there you go, when you realize that as you created the situation due to what? Your ignorance, aka your ego. Blame on the ego. Why? It's inside you. It ain't outside you. So yeah, take the hit. Why? Now you got to get better. And your egoistic behavior in the past is what caused most of your problems. Once you think you're doing good, you wonder why things keep going on for me. You're still getting the karma out the way. Karma's still paying your visits. You can constant visit. That's not good. That's not good. That means you did a whole lot of stuff that now you got to be consequences for it. That's all. That's a fact of life. It's God's law. That's between you and God. Nobody know everything you do but Him, so He know how to deal with you accordingly. Karma, go take care of that. When you get them visits, it ain't good. But all this because your egoistic behavior in the past. But now, here's the caveat, right, thinkers? You can uncreate it through righteous right thinking, thoughts, and actions in the present time. Bingo, right there. Now you take control of the wheel. Now the ego got to acquiesce to what you tell it to do. And guess what? It'll work like a charm. Why? He love working. He just ain't good at leading. That's all. Again, you got that guy who would do anything. That, all muscle is just go. Yeah, you want one that. Why? He like to do what they do. And you put him in a position, let him go. Moving on, but that's the concept, and that's your ego. It just had to be corralled and put in a position where it could do just what it do. I use it to motivate me personally. All right, but you can change that, and now how? But through your righteous self-effort, right there. Through your same way your ignorant caused the demise, your self-effort to do what's right and have every possibility of working it out and make your situations better in your life. I'm an advocate for just that. That's my goal for anybody who's doing wrong. Just flip it. Start doing right. Okay? Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, the way you can correct your karma from negative to positive is through your righteous self efforts. I mean, you got to put the work in every possibility of working towards what? Making your situation better. Calm down. So therefore, again, the purpose of thoroughly understanding the law of cause and effect, aka my philosophy, you do this, that's going to happen. It is to become you make yourself self-empowered. I mean, you take control of your situations in your life. All of them. Be responsible and do what you're supposed to do, and you'll be fine. And watch this, and not feel or believe that you are poor, victim of life, cruel weems who have no control over your destiny. You have all the control. You just got to take it and understand it. And TD Jakes, work it. Self mastery is getting better at what you learn, practicing what you learn and implementing. That's how you get better. Following the first parable, that's what we ended up on this one. The idea is to get you to understand cause and effect, karma in your life. Tahuti introduces these teachings related to the creation of the universe, and he explains to Het that the land of Egypt was created by your father, Ra, from the primeval ocean, which was, formless in the beginning, and that it is the land of many wonders and incomparable beauty. She didn't know all this, then why? She forgot. So this description is the mystical way of relating to the nature of creation and the glory of the entity who created, aka God. Then Tahuti begins to show, like I do every day, her that what? The glory, the splendor of the Supreme Being is also her own splendor and glory within herself. He let her know where God truly was and he begins to relate to her, to the divine glory that is what? Latent. I mean, it's dormant, it's waiting. When you perform righteous deeds, that wakes up the serpent, that wakes up the kundalini. That's the concept. And when the latent within her, and to better her pride and her own heritage, he imparted to her the feeling and the goodness that is what? The divine. When a Christian, Muslim, or Jew, anybody gets connected with God consciously and emotionally, they will react a whole lot different. Some talk in tongues, some run around. Everybody get their own inspiration when they get God different. He relates how what? He relates how her absence left the great void in creation and her father, causing him pain and sorrow to all the people. In every life form has a place in creation. We all one. Also, wrapping it up, taking it home. Also, every life form is loved by God, who manifests his love where? In the form of relatives, acquaintances, and natural nature itself. Excuse me. So all people have a purpose in life. You just have to figure out yours. It's the individual thing and it's personal. You don't have to validate who you are to nobody but yourself. Okay, understand that. We get caught up in trying to prove something to somebody. Been there, done that too. Okay, when you get past that, what happened? Now you, excuse me, okay, your purpose in life and your existence is a meaningful one to you. Also, they are cared for by the divine self in various forms. If you do good things, he'll bless you. He got his eyes on you, watching. And if you do other things, he's gonna send karma to take care of you. That's the difference. And understand this right thing, because the highest purpose is to what? Discover or remember what? Your true identity. As I'm studying, I'm finding out we lost our memory. Okay, I give it a break. But and to find your own place, which has been decreed for you by who? The supreme being. You just have to what? Know thyself. That's your purpose in life. All the other stuff is fodder, which is fine, but it won't get you to the next level. That's the lesson for the first parable. I'll be back with a concept called psychomythology. Okay, the study of creation and the cosmology behind it. Good lesson. I'll be right back. Right thinkers, in closing, may your old age be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I know that my right thinkers have passed away. Understand the principles of karma, live by them, you'll be fine. I'm out.